I'm here with Melanie Safka, with the Woodstock legend. Yeah, and Melanie, in 1969 you did a gig at the legendary Woodstock Music and Art Festival.
Yes.
And I've heard the story that you did this gig spontaneously because another band dropped out because of the weather.
No, that isn't true.
No, that's not?
No, I did it spontaneously because I was in the same office building as the promoters who were organizing it, but way before it was known that it was going to be anything important. You know, I had asked if I could be there. And then I went, all over. I was in England, and I had to come back to do Woodstock. And I thought, oh, maybe I won't do it. Maybe I should stay here in England and finish what I was doing. I was in the recording studio, and my husband Peter was there. And we were working, on an album and a movie soundtrack. So it was very important. So I didn't think I'd go back and do it, but something just a voice, says to you, go back and do it. So I went back. I had no idea that it was a big deal. Nothing whatsoever. I thought, my mother picked me up, my mom, and she drove me up, and we hit some traffic, and I didn't know at all that it was because of the festival.
Okay.
I thought, well, some accident or something, and we drove out, we got out, and we checked, no cell phones, no computers, no texting, there was nothing. So we finally made it to a place that had a phone, and I phoned somebody, and they said, oh no, don't go there, go to this other place, and no, it's 30 miles that way, and 30 miles? Does this traffic has something to do with the festival? And I found out, yes, it does. It definitely has something to do with it. And so we drove to this other place, and there was Janis Joplin, and Sly Stone was walking by, and media trucks and cameras and crews, and then some guy comes to me and says, you go in the helicopter. I had never been in a helicopter in my life,
And you were 22 then?
I think I was even younger. I don't even remember, but I was a young whatever it was. I had not experienced. I was an unknown person, And
the helicopter brought you to the stage?
Yeah, they told. I thought my mother and I were about to get in the helicopter, and then they said, who's she? I said, it's my mother. They said, no mothers, just bands and managers. So I said, bye, Mom. And I got in the helicopter, and I went to the site, and they dropped me off, and I went on the stage, an unknown person, and I came off the stage a celebrity.
And now you're glad that you broke up the recordings in England for that.
Yes, I guess I'm glad. Amazing. Who knew? It was a part of history. But I'm really glad I did. It changed my life, really. Not only career, but my thinking about performance. Because, there was so much a flow of human connectedness, and it was coming toward me. And I believe really that a performer is like being, a garden. It gets watered, and when an audience sends you so much love, you become something else. It transforms you. And there are a lot of performers who, when they begin, they're not so great. But when they continue to do it, and you get this power, energy, and then it fills you, and it helps you create more. You want to live up to people's expectations, And it's sort of like a child with good parents, They make you do well, If you have disapproving and critical parents, usually you don't do well. But if they, love you and nurture you, then you do well. And it's that way for an artist. I think I was at Woodstock. It was one of my first ever performances. And from that, I did very well.
To have a time machine now. I would have liked to see your first gig there.
Oh, well, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. No. No, I was terrified. I was so terrified that I actually left my body. I did. I mean, you've heard of out-of-body experience?
Yes,
where you're just. I walked on the stage. I wasn't there.
Okay.
No, I was not there. I just, I was watching myself for a good part of the song, and then I came back.
Okay. So
yeah, but I thought, I was sure, people would stone me or throw tomatoes or something. I mean, how would I possibly entertain all those thousands of people? It was just me and a guitar. And I wasn't, that great at the guitar. And I had no songs that were known whatsoever. Nobody knew.
But it worked very well, as we know now.
As we know now, yes.
Sometimes I think that you're avoiding me. I'm okay alone, but you got something I need. Well, I got a brand new phone. You got a brand new thing. I think that we should do try my music. La 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 la. Just right. It's good because I have the last verse has a little bit of social commentary. Yeah, and if you're doing that hum ha ha part really loud, you wouldn't hear it. That's good. I'm doing it nice and good. I ride my bike, I roller skate, I don't drive no car. Don't go too fast, but I go pretty far. There's somebody who don't drive, I'm running all around the world. Some people say I done all right for a girl.
And some weeks ago, you played in Woodstock again. How was that for you? Were there the old memories coming back?
No, it's not really. I remember it best when I'm far away from Woodstock. So, yeah, I did a show there just a few weeks ago, right? That's right. But it's not, that was the town of Woodstock. What people don't realize is the festival didn't happen in Woodstock.
Okay.
Because the town chain forbid it. It was banned, couldn't happen. So they went to another site in Bethel.
Okay.
So people go to Woodstock saying, where did it happen? And it didn't.
I will write this. People need to know this.
Oh yeah, Woodstock is just the name. They called it Woodstock because that's where it was supposed to be, but Woodstock wouldn't let it happen. So Bethel, this farmer named Max Yasgur, opened his field and said, sure, they can do it in my field.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So he became a hero, Max Yasgur. Yasgur's farm. But that was not in Woodstock. It was in Bethel.
There's a